Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve Leetcode problem number 1251 and the problem name is average selling price and the problem difficulty level is easy. So let's read the problem statement. Basically we have given a table prices containing the column product ID, start date, end date, price. Where product ID, start date, end date is the primary key combination of columns with the unique values for this table. Okay, and each row of this table indicates the price of the product ID in the period from start date to end date. For each product ID there will be no two overlapping periods. That means there will be no intersecting periods for the same product ID, right? So we have a second table, units sold, containing the column product ID, purchase date and units. This table may contain the duplicates rows also, and each row of this table indicates the date, units and product ID of each product sold. Let's see what we need to find. Write a solution to find the average selling price for each product, and average price should be rounded to two decimal places. If a product does not have any sold units, its average selling price is assumed to be 0, and return the result table in any order. The result format is in the following example. We have a input table like price. You can see here like we have a given product ID 1122 and some start date and end date are given for the product purchasing time, right? And the current whenever the product is like ordered or purchased, so that time of the price is given here. Okay, and let's see units sold table. So basically for this product ID we have a purchase date and units. Okay, so the number of units are given for the particular purchase date which is fall in the this start date and end date. So we need to find the average price for the particular for the each product ID. Okay, so let's read the again um, problem statement. Write a solution to find the average selling price for each product. Okay, so you need to understand like we need to find the average selling price for each product. Then like how can we solve it? We have to here first need to join these two table using which join? Left join. Why left join? Because we need to find the for each product whatever the product in our price table, it should be it should be we need to calculate for each product. We cannot leave like whatever the matching product ID in the unit source table. No, we need to find if like that is why there was a condition here like if a product does not have any sold units, its average selling price is assumed to be 0. So we need to apply this condition also. That means unit sold table can be empty also. Maybe it for the particular product ID we don't have any sold units, so there we assume to our average selling price will be 0 for that particular product. Okay, now so let's apply here. So finally it's like a very easy problem. We need to calculate average selling price for each product. That means we will just join these two tables and then we will calculate the average selling price and for each product. So let's do that. Select which column we need to fetch product ID and average price. Okay, so first we will product ID and how to calculate the average price. So here we will calculate the our total price like total revenue for each product. Then how we will calculate total revenues for the each product. Okay, so then we can say here like if we have a price and we have a units. Okay, so we will if we will multiply with the price and with the units, so we can calculate the total revenue for each product. Okay, so price star and units, and we need to take here sum. Okay, oh sorry, sum. And then we need to divide here like a count of the units. So here we need to apply here sum of the units, like for the particular, like you can see here in product id we have 1 and the price is 5 and 20, and here in unit sold for the product 1 for the date 25th February, unit sold 100. And the same for same product, we on the first March unit sold 15. So we need to sum like 100 plus 15. How we calculate our revenue? So 100 into 5 plus 20 into 15, like this we calculate this. Now we have to divide with the sum of this, sum of units. Okay, and like this we can calculate average selling price. Now we have to apply the round function here and with the two decimal places, and as average price. Okay, I think average price, yeah, from which table? Prices table. Add a left join units sold, units sold as b on a dot product id, right? A dot product id is equal to b dot product id, and we need to calculate for each product. That is why we'll use group by a dot product id. Now alias every column a dot product id, a dot price, b dot units, and b dot units. Okay, so we have calculated this. Now we applied these conditions also. So we here we don't apply if a product does not have any sold units, its average selling price is assumed to be 0. So we need to apply this one also. But when we apply run this condition so it will basically give a wrong output. Let's see, you can see here the wrong answers. Why? Like our average for the product one, our average price is 12.5, and the expected one should be like a 6.96, right? So why it is given the error? So there is another conditions. You can see here, for each product id there will be no two overlapping periods. That means there will be no two intersecting periods for the same product, because we we are calculating the average price, but here we are not applying the conditions which is given for the start date and end date and purchasing date. So here should be one more another condition, like b dot purchase id, purchase id between a dot start date and b dot, sorry, a dot end date, right? End date. Now it will give the correct answer. It should b dot purchase id, purchase date, sorry, that is not purchase id, purchase date. I'm sorry guys. Okay, so it is accepted. Still our query is not fully correct. Why? Because we didn't apply this condition. If I'll submit this no, then it will give the error. It will not pass the where the our unit souls table have a empty uh, records, right? So for this, how can we apply? If a product does not have any souls units, its average selling price is assumed to be zero, right? If we don't have any units, then we can consider null, right? Or if we'll consider zero, then zero will if we will divide something with zero, then it will give the zero division error, right? So for this we will apply the condition here, null if. There is a function available in MySQL, null if. So null if basically it gives a when, like we have to give like two arguments here. First will be the sum of b dot units and then comma with the zero, okay, like this. So basically when null if take it takes two arguments, let's say x and y. So basically it returns null if x is equal to y. That means if x and y is true, then it will returns null, otherwise it will return x, okay. And this is the first condition. Then we need to calculate up, then we will handle the null values also here. And how can we do that? Like replacing with just with should be zero. So for this we have a function coalesce. Then we can pass here with zero. So it should be zero. Like we need to uh, price our selling price is assumed to be zero. So like this we can apply this coalesce function for handling the null. If it return the null, so we will just replace with the zero, okay. So basically what coalesce function do, coalesce function also take the two argument, let's say x and y. It returns x if it's not null. That means if we have here some average selling price with not zero value, so basically it will return the calculation whatever we have a average selling price. If no sales exist, then null result, right? So it gives the null result. So when we put the null result, then we are replacing with the zero average selling price here, okay. Now let's run this query. Yeah. So first test in first table we have a unit source table. That is why it is giving the like so now let's submit the query and check all the test cases are passed or not. Okay. As you can see here, 18 by 18 test cases are passed and the runtime took 1168 milliseconds. So thank you guys for today, and I hope you understand the problem statement with the implementation part also. So you need to care about like this condition, how we are handling this one using the coalesce and null function. Okay. So yeah, I'll meet you in the next video with the next problem. Till that, just keep learning and keep growing.